It's the Juicery Podcast Show. Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be discussing about Zack Snyder's Justice League, the re-released new cut in HBO Max. So I got my guest Bench and Joms CP. I hope you're going to enjoy our weekly podcast. Enjoy. Oh, hey, yo, guys, what's up? It's Private Ryan of Juicery Vapes, and today I'm going to be joined by two of my colleagues and two of my business partners as well. We're going to be discussing the Snyder Cut Justice League. So, for my first guest, he wants to be called Just Bench. Go ahead, Bench.
Hi, I'm Bench. What's up, boys? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just Bench. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, welcome. And another one in the line, Jom CP.
Hey guys, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Joms EP. Hello, and thank you for letting us join you in this podcast or whatever we call this. What do we call this?
I don't know what do we call this. We don't have a name yet.
Yeah,
Are we really guests?
Yeah.
I'm not being paid for this.
exactly. This is like a pro bono.
Yeah, pro
Yeah.
bono,
Yeah.
not even a coffee.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss the terms after this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Ouch.
yeah. Thank you for having us.
So, Snyder Cut, it's already released.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
been a
last
week.
week, last Thursday, Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah, more than a week
I
now.
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Did you finish it all in one go? One
it's a
go, guys? 4
masterpiece.
hours?
It's a masterpiece.
yeah, I saw it on one sitting.
Yeah.
I think I sat around for only 2 hours and then another 2 hours after that. I need to do some stretching.
I had to take
So
a couple
bef-
of breaks to finish the
Yeah.
movie.
I kept it in background, like doing household chores, and then like just keep it on.
So does that mean did you really watch the movie or not?
I watched it. Like I didn't really leave the front of the TV. Like I'm taking the chores in front of the TV, so I would say I 100% watched it.
Okay, before anything else, I want to say to Zack Snyder, thank you. Thank you for fixing everybody on the team. I mean, all the characters were fleshed out, character development. I don't know. Maybe we'll delve into that later, but oh my
Yeah.
god. Cyborg, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, even Batman was saved
Yeah.
from the 2017 humiliation, you know?
And then the 2017 film, it felt really like a Avengers copycat, right? Knockoff.
Well, what
Do
can
you
you
have that
expect?
vibe?
It was a Joss. It was a Justice League, you know. They call it a Justice League.
Justice.
Yeah. So I actually read that the 2021 movie, Justice League movie, was only 25% copied from the original one. Like 75% of all of the shots was reshoots. So that's
All redone.
yes. Yes.
Yeah, you can see it from the theatrical cut though, like where they added the Josh Whedon like vision compared to the Zack Snyder vision.
Yep.
Like I'm going to start talking about the movie. So the theatrical cut starts with the deepfake Superman, but for this one, it started with Batman going to in Iceland, going to see Aquaman. So like, there's really a different view, the vibe, and off the bat, right off the bat, you will know that you're watching a Zack Snyder movie because like there's a lot of emotions being shown by the music, by the soundtrack. Like you know that it's very for me it's very jarring that you have to really listen or you have to hear the soundtrack. But you know this is really different from what we had like 4 or 3 years ago.
Exactly. Every soundtrack counts. From what
I don't know though.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I remember with Joss Whedon, he placed soundtracks just so that to evoke certain, you know how Joss Whedon invokes bathos, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
being the serious tone, and then suddenly some comedic effect.
Yeah.
He wants a clash of emotions in one scene. So that's something that Zack Snyder did not. I mean,
Yeah,
that's one of the things that you can't see in his direction, which I totally agree with, because Joss Whedon is Joss Whedon, Zack Snyder is Zack Snyder. If he's focused on
Yeah.
Joss Whedon, it's a Joss Whedon film because it has different emotions, uh, extreme emotions jarred into, or packed into one scene. But with Zack Snyder, there's just one specific emotion magnified into a millionth in that specific scene, and that's what he wants to bring out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad because of that, but it's really jarring that the director can't really evoke the emotion using what's in the scene. And then, like for me, if the soundtrack is good or like the scoring is good, you would not really notice it. But for this one, it's shouting. Like for the first sequence in the Icelandic area, so
Hmm.
the part there where there's the Icelandic ladies singing and then like sniffing the sweater from
mm.
Aquaman. I would sniff the sweater too, but it's just really
I would
jarring. Like
definitely
and
sniff that sweater.
and like it's really extended. Like it extended really to the point that
Oh,
I
it
think you
got a
should
bit
stop that.
dragging. It got a bit dragging.
Yeah, it's too dragging. Like okay, I get it. You want to evoke this
Uh,
emotion and this part that there's mystery with Aquaman, but which is good because that's a new character beat for Aquaman. We didn't had that for the theatrical
Yeah.
release,
mhm.
but for this one, it's a good way to convey that, but it's really dragging. But it didn't make it bad, but it could be less of a 4 hour movie
Yeah.
without those kinds of
Yeah, actually,
sequences.
yeah, I get your point. I actually kind of got dragged with that scene. Like I was thinking, like, when's the next scene coming next?
Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah, we all know it's Zack Snyder, so he's gonna take a lot of slow mo and take his
It's a
time with
4-hour film.
the scenes.
I
How much?
wondered if
How
there's
much?
going to be a so there's this is the Snyder's cut and there's
Mhm.
the no slow mo cut, no scoring cut. Release the
How
no
much did
scoring cut.
Zack and his wife shell out for this movie? I think they got a budget of around 70 just
No,
to
did
have
they?
this released, and
Did they?
yeah, yeah, its own pocket. It's coming from their own money because I think
Oh,
Warner Brothers will not promote it.
oh,
Yeah.
really?
So this
Yeah,
is
I
just
think
a passion project for him
yeah, passion
from
project.
Oh, okay.
from what I heard.
Well, that's amazing.
So
And
speaking of
came out good.
yeah, it came out good. Speaking of Zach, what is the earliest memory of his films? Your reaction, and do you have any films in particular that you like
Hands
other than this?
down, hands down, 300.
Three, huh?
Yeah, same for me. Like I saw it when I was in school.
Mm.
It's like if you go back to that movie, it's the same character beats or like the story beats. There's a lot of slow mo,
Hmm.
the build up. That's why you can really tell that for the Snyder's cut, this is a Zack Snyder's movie.
Yep.
The
Actually,
color grading as well. I've never
yeah,
seen a color grading that
Yeah,
dark.
yeah.
like for the Joss Whedon's cut or the theatrical release, it's more vibrant. There's this red or peach color filters going on, but for the Zack Snyder's cut, it's really dark. Like there's
Yeah.
a mystery in it.
Yep. 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 It
Yeah,
makes the scene a little bit more powerful.
Mm,
Watchmen as well. Watchmen
Watchmen,
is another
yeah. Sucker Punch. Gosh,
Sucker Punch is my
Sucker
favorite.
Punch. Yeah.
That's the one. Many people are scratching their heads. They don't
yeah,
understand the film.
Yep. Yep.
It's really meant to be not to be understood.
Yeah. It's
like that's the epitome where like the scoring takes over the scene. Like
oh
for
yeah.
every fighting scene, you will know that it starts with the score and then it crescendos to the climax.
Exactly. Exactly. 300. I mean, man, I watched 300, and the direction. I mean, when I first watched it, like this director is a new breed of his own. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he went to film school in Britain, right? In
Mhm.
England.
I guess so. Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about 300 was the love scene, the love making scene. It's all too slow mo.
That it's supposed to be slow mo because it's a passionate love scene. Come on, it's a husband and wife trying to reminisce or rekindle their love before the husband dies,
So
or
you mean to tell me that
eventually.
Leonidas was that badass outside, but in the bedroom he's a slow mo freak?
I don't know. We can't
Like,
judge him in just one scene.
anyone else like saw the director's cut as well for Watchmen?
I think I did. I just maybe I forgot, but
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a 3 hour film.
Yep,
Three
yep,
hours
yep.
film.
But
Actually,
And there's
people are
a
actually
lot of
saying
blue
people
ding dong
people
showing on the screen.
people are actually saying that the love scene on the aircraft of Night Owl
Hmm.
was kind of awkward. But I don't know. I got dibs. I mean, I got dibs on Malina Ackerman. You know, so
It
she's
was
a
too long.
hottie.
I
Yeah.
think it took too long. Six
Yep.
minutes, I think.
Yeah. 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 But the creative direction was still good. I mean, okay, it was awkward, but Zach pulled it off really nice. But overall, I mean, overall, the movie itself, he has this certain flair. He has a certain class on when directing a movie. You know, a movie is directed by Zack Snyder if you didn't see these kinds of stuff like the slow mo, uh, focus on important aspects of the film. Everything he does, every slow mo has some effect on the movie
Hmm.
itself.
Yeah,
Especially the
the bullets time. Yeah, bullets, shells,
Uh huh.
and the door opening
Yep.
and the keys. You know it's gonna be Snyder, just like Spielberg when he does those long shots
Yeah.
of
And Michael Bay and his
shot.
explosions.
Yeah.
like the
Go
best use
ahead,
of the
Bench.
slow mo was adding the that removed scene for the Flash. Like you would kind of think, why would you remove this very vital part for the Flash? Um, and like they added that because I don't like the Flash in the theatrical release. I don't see the character as being that goofy. And for this one, there's a bit of an explanation or exposition why would he act like this.
He
Um,
was a total badass in this movie.
yeah,
Yeah, they
like the
saved him, you know. And I really loved.
mm,
I mean, thank you, Zack Snyder. Thank you for removing the scene of Flash with Wonder Woman when Flash,
yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
the humping scene.
yeah, the so-called dry humping scene. I totally got that, and I totally applaud Zack Snyder for taking that out. That was a really, really class act for Zack Snyder. It was a Joss move. I mean, it's a Whedon.
Yeah,
It was a Whedon move, and I don't think
that
that
was
would
a
be very
reshoot. That was a
appropriate
reshoot.
for Zack Snyder's movie. And I also loved how they portrayed Batman as one badass character right now. I mean, when I watched the theatrical release, he I I thought of him as a weakling. He was just rich,
Mhm.
he was weak, but in the Snyder cut, he turned out to be a real badass. He almost sacrificed himself for the good of the team. He went ahead and tried to assemble everybody. Also for Wonder Woman, I think Wonder Woman had a little bit more depth into her. He wasn't the kind of no offense to Pat Jenkins, but he this Wonder Woman version was more powerful and much more stronger than the Wonder Woman 84 Wonder Woman.
Mhm. I think that Wonder Woman was broken still at 1984.
Yeah, yeah. If I remember, I read something that in the theatrical release, Bruce, when they wanted to resurrect Superman, Bruce still had to push Diana by evoking feelings for Steve, right? I
Hmm.
mean, who wouldn't want to
Yes, yes.
resurrect someone you love or someone important? He had to do that. But on the Snyder cut, Diana perfectly
It's not.
knew what to do. She didn't need any provocation or anyone to tell her what's right or
Yeah.
what to do that time, which is a very very developed turn on her character.
Yeah, when she first appeared on that bank robbery scene,
Oh yeah.
the
Yeah.
way that she killed off that guy, that was really awesome.
Yep.
That's an extended scene as well. Like
Exactly. Exactly.
it's I think that's where the R rating comes in. Like those guys are dead.
The gore, yeah, the
Yep.
blood.
That
There were a lot of blood splashing.
Hmm.
You can see that
if
the
I
Amazon
yeah, if I remember
scenes.
correctly, like, for that scene in the theatrical release, it's just a flash of white. But for this one, they showed the building getting wrecked.
Oh yeah.
And then going back to the to Batman's like, renewed personality, the the goal for this cat or Zack Snyder's cat, I'm having trouble saying his name.
Mhm.
Is a
Snyder.
bit different from what they had in the theatrical release. Like um, is doing this because of faith, and for the theatrical release, like he just wants to do this because of. I might be wrong on this. He just wants to be ready for Darkseid or for Stephen Wolf.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's
I get you on that. I think he's more on a positive outlook on this cut, this on
mm,
the Snyder cut. He's even more positive than Alfred. If you look into some
yeah.
of
I
the
think that they removed that scene with Alfred being snarky about like, do you want me to go to this place and do you want me to go to this? Like he's being snarky, but for this one, it shows that Alfred wants to really help Bruce on his goals and like he's doing other stuff just to really push the goal here. And then showing as well that Batman is not just the how do you say this? Like the negative one. It's just looking forward to something bad happening. But for this one, like he's really just preparing. He's not doing this for something. I forgot the word. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going over the critic reviews and the review from people. I think so. It's now at 8.3. It used to be 9 out of 10 in IMDb. In Rotten
Mm.
Tomatoes, it's 73%, and
I'm
Metacritic
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure people will be saying that the
it
lower
will improve.
score would probably because it's long. I don't know. But that's Zack Snyder for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So overall, the audience rating is at 4.8 out of 5. This is the Google movie store.
Mm.
So a lot of the comments is exactly on the long side. Some scenes are too long. Lot lot of profanity. Yeah, for the first time I heard Batman say the F bomb, but in the very end, right?
Come on, he's Batman. He can say whatever he wants.
Well, it's a good use of the effort, but and then compare that to the added goof from the on the theatrical release, like
Yeah, it was
oh something's
definitely.
surely it's broken, something like that.
Uh,
Broken
It doesn't
legs. No?
really jive with with the character, like, and he has this smile, like the first time Superman like showed up in the final battle. Like, oh, that's my friend. Like, the face tells that, but for this one, I don't think he has that.
uh
It's a more serious tone
True.
for Batman.
Yep. Yep. Oh,
No more fake mustache
yeah.
CGI from Superman as well.
Yeah. I just want to let this out. Yeah. I know we're talking about Batman right now, but I want to go back to Flash.
Okay.
The character development was very expressed or very developed in the Snyder's cut as compared to the one on the theatrical release. I mean, they added the scene wherein he was applying for a job and when she saw what's the name of the girl? I forgot the girl's name.
That was supposed to be Iris West.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Iris. So the one where he saved her, right? That added a little bit.
Future wife.
Yeah, yeah. That added a little bit of depth in his character. At the same time, he had it. They made him a little bit more. His purpose for the team was a little bit more explored. Like I saw this meme saying that in the theatrical release, on the final battle, just the Flash saved a family of four. But in the Zack Snyder cut, he actually managed to save the whole world.
Is the key, right?
Yeah, right. He is actually the key because what he did, he reversed time, right? I
Yeah.
don't want to
Second
spoil.
second time in the movie that he did reverse time.
Yeah, and compared to saving a family of four, than comparing to saving the world and the Justice League, that's a big leap. You know,
Yeah.
they also took out the scene wherein he says that I just run and push things.
Yeah,
Taking that
that
out,
makes
take
him weak,
yeah,
right?
that one statement taken out of the film brings or gives him more emphasis and more power in the team.
Yeah, like that change in character really like um so for that change in character, I think it's because they have to change the ending as well. So I'm sure if we can talk about the ending right now, but it it makes the so that scene with Flash pushing the car with the family, they have to create that point or scenario where they have to remove Superman from that last battle from the theatrical scene because like the first time Superman showed up, the rest of the gang no longer have to do anything. Superman's here, but they have
Yeah.
to remove him from the scene and then just okay, Superman's no longer here. We can continue battling.
Yeah, we're still the Justice League. We can still do this, something like that.
Yeah, they don't have to do that in the Zack Snyder's release or cut
True,
because
true.
the story is more fleshed out. It's still the same story. Like there's a big bad,
Hmm.
but it's more fleshed out. That it's more contrived. It's more complicated. They don't have to do this like really goofy
Yeah,
um
that was really weird
physics
that to have
damage.
to have that family live in the radioactive part of the city in that
I didn't
place.
think they made the city radioactive for the theatrical release, but
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the Zack
true.
Snyder's cut, it's it's a place where like there's radiation, but the mother box just ate it or like
Oh
absorbed it.
yeah, 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 yeah. The mother
So
box was eating the radiation.
another one that got a lot of praise is Ray Fisher, the one who played Cyborg, or what's his name, Victor Stone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Got more character, a character background story, and we get to see his father, his relationship with his father more compared to the theatrical release. So, any fans of Cyborg from you two?
but yeah, like so the whole story beat for or like the whole story for the first over the theatrical release is really mirrors the New 52 New
Mhm.
52 comics without the Green Lantern and then without Shazam. So it works really well because they added someone different or someone that would mirror I'm not sure if it's Iron Man or someone else in Marvel that would mirror the chemistry. So it's good. Also, it's not just there for the being you, like being your character. It's there with purpose. They flesh out the character in the Zack Snyder's cut. Um, there's more reason why he's there.
hmm
Silas
hmm
Stone, the father,
yeah,
also added a purpose there. It's not just the like a plot point for completing um, Victor Stone's father issue. So it's really written well for that character.
yeah. I can honestly say that everybody in the Justice League in this Snyder's cut was really, really developed. I mean, Diana, Aquaman, his talks with Volko and Mera, um, what else?
Mera is British here, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Suddenly everybody turns British. Yeah.
Wait,
I
wait a
mean,
minute.
I'm not hardcore DC fan. Okay, I can
Yeah.
honestly say that I'm not a
We
full
could
fledged
just say
DC
you're
fan.
soft core. Soft core.
Well, I know DC. Sorry, I'm a self proclaimed Marvel hardcore fan. So, um,
Okay.
but I know
You
about
enjoyed
DC.
this film.
Yeah, I enjoy Justice League much the same as another person. I love Wonder Woman. I loved Dawn of Justice in a way, and I love the Dark Knight movies. But you know, this Snyder's Cut really invoked something that normally I wouldn't feel for a Marvel movie. I mean, Marvel movies are a league of its own. I mean, I definitely love Marvel movies, but DC for DC, I never really cared much except for Wonder Woman and Dark Knight. But here on the Snyder's Cut, it has a little bit of gravity
Yeah.
as compared to the other movies. I mean, it brought the DC cinematic universe back to the brink of extinction.
Why would we? What's for you? What's the difference between a Marvel movie and a DCEU movie?
Uh, for DC,
What would you What would you like to see with for a DC movie, and what would you like to see for a Marvel movie?
usually when I watch a DC movie, it's also serious. You know, um, Marvel has already incorporated the Joss Whedon bathos technique, which is really good. I mean, all the movies that they have right now have this kind of technique, which plays well for them because they started off with Iron Man and it went off pretty well up until Endgame. For DC, they're still experimenting on stuff, you know. I mean, they
Hmm.
had a couple of movies before, like the campy Batman and Robin films, right? The original Tim Burton movie in 1990 was awesome. You know, it was okay, but the Schumacher. I mean, no offense to Joel Schumacher, but the Schumacher movies after that was kind of a bit campy, if you know what I mean. You know,
The
yes,
nipple Batman.
yeah, the nipples over the armor Batman. So, um, they're trying to experiment on things. If they're going to continue with that kind of technique, it's not going to work because the Avengers were already. I mean, Marvel was already doing it. You know,
Yeah.
uh, altogether, when I watch a DC movie, it's like dark, it's grim, it's Zack Snydery, but it's
Yeah, it's
not as
Yeah.
Zack Snydery as what Zack Snyder usually does. But with Snyder's Cut, it brought a little bit of depth. It brought a little bit more of a consistency with what the DCEU really is.
Hmm.
It's separated from what if you look at a Marvel movie, it's a Marvel movie. If you look at Justice League, oh, it's a DC movie. And people are gonna say, oh, it's a DC movie. Yeah, it's good. You know, it's not gonna you're not gonna say, oh, it's a DC movie. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a DC movie. It's probably okay.
yeah, exactly.
But like for it's a Marvel, you really have to watch it. Like okay, so that's it, and then I'll have my um. Is I like it or not. It's just that, but I have the same criticism with DCEU movies. So like I'm more into DC comics. So like the the characters are godly. So that's like the premise for DC. But I don't like that part of the movies. Like you can't really create a story with Superman being super strong. It's hard to create a complex storyline for that. They did well back in the day, but for the modern times, they did well to adapt the one for Superman. But like if you move that to medium of movie, it doesn't really work because it brings up more issues. I can't really explain it well, but that's not the topic. So like for me. the criticism, my criticism for me is they are trying their hardest to really move away from what Marvel is doing, but it's already working. Why not just improve it? So they did it in reverse. They did one the team up first, and then they're planning to do the solo movies, which for one it sounds like it will work well, but it didn't. For many reasons, because they didn't have that one cohesive universe built up. They what they did is throw us the universe itself, and then they want to build it backwards. But for Marvel, there's more. We're more invested on it because the build up is there. Like you see chunks from it from the first movie, from even from the first Incredible Hulk, and then there's the Iron Man. So it's building up to that point, but for this one, they already showed us what it can be, and it's not good. And then they're breaking it down into smaller pieces. Like the Aquaman, I love the Aquaman movie, but if it's bundled up with this other universe, it doesn't really work well because they remove that persona of godliness or like supreme being for Aquaman, that he's really just human, and then
I haven't
he
watched
can.
Aquaman.
You have to watch it.
Yeah,
Can
I'll
you
try to check
drop
it
in
out.
the call and just go back to us after 2 hours?
I
Yeah,
know.
but
You have to
it's
watch.
really different. Like it's not a DCEU movie because it's serious. It's a DCEU movie because of the character. Like this
Mhm.
is a Jason Momoa Aquaman, not the Aquaman that we know before. And then they reinvented it. But when we see the Batman versus Superman, it's two of the or like we saw the Trinity there. And then you don't want to see them act like human. You want to see them in their comic form. And then if you put that in a movie form, it doesn't really work that well. You don't want to invest because it's not really built up yet for that point. I'm,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm rambling,
yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I
Actually, I
got
totally
your point.
Yeah.
understand because yeah, they said that with Superman affixing him and putting him in a cinematic movie, um it's like you already have the Deus Ex Machina there. You know,
Yeah.
you already
Yeah.
have the MacGuffin as the character itself. So there's no point in having a conflict, uh, like a physical conflict or sorts. So they try to move towards a more like in Man of Steel or uh in what do you call it, Dawn of Justice. Uh,
Mm.
they sell for a more moral conflict or social
Yes.
conflict, which Superman isn't that versed well, or I mean, will have a trouble will have trouble or a challenge for him to face.
Okay, so we've come to the last part of our podcast, guys. So I'd just like to remind people that we are spitting out spoilers. I think it's pretty much end of the show, and we're still discussing. So
Yeah,
if
it's been a
you've
week.
never,
Everybody has already
yeah,
watched it.
no, we know somebody. Like remember Earl? He hasn't seen it yet.
Stop. Okay, fine.
He has no
Yeah, it's
HBO
fine.
Max or something. Okay, so to the last part, memorable omission or part of the film or inclusion that sticks to you. So I'll start it with my own. I think I am happy to see the Joker having those exchanges with Batman at the end,
Are you
even
are
though
you happy?
because I'm not really happy that Zack is moving away from this project. So seeing that for the last time, he's the Joker from Leno's Joker, and who's the character that played Batman? Who's the actor?
Ben
Forgot his name.
Affleck.
But
Oh my
Yeah, Ben
god.
Affleck.
Batfleck.
I'm not sure. So that for me was the one that stick.
okay,
It
I don't
was,
know.
yeah, for me it was kind of good. I'm not going to deny that it was a powerful scene that
Mhm.
tried to finish up everything that the movie was supposed to account for. Because in Dawn of Justice, this was already foreshadowed, right?
Mhm.
And it
mm,
was mentioned that Lois Lane was a key or something like that. And now they say that they're trying to bring injustice into
yeah,
the
Yeah,
fray.
it's very DC like. Each
Yeah,
time you have a good ending, all heroes has gotten over the problem. and then there's a big overshadowing problem that's looming in the background. So something like that.
Yeah.
Very comic.
I totally get it. I totally get it. And it kind of close off the circle. You know, it kind of close off the circle with everything. No loopholes, or no stones unturned with this cut. Uh, I kind of like.
We will never get to see the light of day of the next
Yeah, that's the
DCEU by
that's
Zack
one
Snyder.
sad.
That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
what
one
I'm
sad
saying.
thing. Yeah,
How about you, Bench? What part of the movie that sticks to you?
So like
You won't forget.
memorable. So one thing that I liked that they kept was the part where the resurrection part where he or Superman is using the what do you call his powers again?
heat
Ice
vision.
powers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
hit vision. Yeah, when he did the hit vision, you will see the build up coming from his chest and then going up and then whoosh, he flexes his specs.
Yeah.
So I like that they kept that. And I think that's the only thing. I don't like the post credit.
Did they have that in the comics? Did they have that in the comics or no?
No, that's
They made him look like Godzilla.
but yeah, it's more realistic. Like you're pushing something out of you that doesn't have a muscle, so you're using your pecs. And like
Wait, was that the ice breath or the laser eyes?
this is the laser eyes, the not laser eyes, heat vision.
Wait, the heat vision
The,
comes
the heat
from
vision
his
part.
chest.
You will see that before he blasts
see that,
his
yeah.
heat
I
vision,
have to look at it again.
he flexes his specs, and then something comes out. Like that's the best part, and then
That
it's in the
sounds
theatrical release.
awkward.
No, it
That's
makes
what
it more
that's what sticks to it.
realistic.
Oh yeah, true.
That's
Yeah.
I would compare this to the helicopter scene from Steve Rogers.
Oh yeah. Oh,
The one
AKA
where
fan
you
service.
Yeah.
your
He
fan
holds it out.
service.
Yeah, my fan service.
That's Joms Twitch's
Yeah.
fan service.
I mean,
I
when
heard
oh
him
my
scream
god,
like a girl. The fiance
Fangirling,
wasn't
oh,
huh?
there,
that has been
but
ages.
Joms
But yeah,
is the one who is screaming, and
yeah.
like,
Even my fiance was
I
like, "What?"
How
so
about you,
that's the
Joms? How
version.
about you? How
Oh
about
yeah.
you, Joms?
Well, are you done, Ben?
I don't like the post credit with Joker.
Oh, you don't like it?
Oh yeah. Oh, for me, I actually didn't like the scene with Martian Manhunter being on the
The Martha
last
one?
part. No.
Okay.
The last part. I mean, they could have done it after before the nightmare scene,
Mm.
because the effect was still there when Bruce was looking. What do you call this? When Bruce was looking for the Hall of Justice, they probably snap it there in the middle. That's why
Not
they
while
said,
Lois was sleeping.
yeah, because he said like the table, like six chairs, probably more. So why would they think of some? Why would you think that he'll say that? It'll probably have more effect if he knew that there were some people or other people more who wanted to join the cause. And
I think he knew. I think he
dropping
knew.
Martian Manhunter right before that scene would probably give a bigger effect.
Okay. Yeah,
But they
that
don't have
makes sense.
the Martian Manhunter guy in their records, right? They don't
Yeah, they
have it in
don't.
their
They don't. So why would they think I'll give more chairs, extra chairs by the side if ever somebody applies.
Who knows? Alfred will be beaten by a raccoon or something. Could be.
Wait, so you mentioned Martian Manhunter. I just remember that I don't like the part that he was posing as Martian Manhunter as Martha, and then
Well,
talking
yeah,
to
that
like it
too.
removed the emotion there. Like okay,
It's supposed to be
so
just Martha.
Oh.
Just Martha. Good one.
It removed the emotion from the mother itself.
yeah,
I mean,
'cause,
if
like
that was really Martha,
hmm,
true.
like
I get your
the
point.
scene was they're playing it as a scene like I forgot her name again. Um, Amy Adams is
Yeah.
coping with the loss, and then she needed someone stronger than her. That should have probably been hurt more. And
Uh-huh.
that scene is better without her transforming into John Jones.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
like
It
putting
was
it
a
that
bait
way,
and
like removes
switch.
that.
It was a bait and switch.
Yeah, I would have loved it for a different like like non-bearing scene,
Mhm.
or will we
That's
just
that's
was
what they say, guys. They wanted this to be cut into an hour and a half and into four types of, I think, four
Yeah, four
movies for
episodes.
HBO.
4 episodes.
Yeah, four episodes. That could be a great reveal on episode 3.
yeah. Like,
Mhm.
it just removes the heart of it.
How many parts was the movie anyway? 6, 5.
6. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
It's
6.
with the epilogue.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That the epilogue was kind of like an own episode of its own.
Yeah, I think
Was
it's
that
20
like
minutes.
really
20
part
minutes
of
long.
the shooted scene?
I don't know.
Was
It's a
that a
reshoot for the Joker. It's a reshoot. I
no
think
the epilogue, the father voiceover?
What?
mhm.
Is that like an original shoot?
The
It's a
father's
shoot by
voiceover.
Snyder this year.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Snyder reshoot.
I think that was part of the old movie, but it has a different it has a different voiceover. It wasn't Silas Stone who was talking.
Yeah, because it didn't die in the theatrical release.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. Um
So how about the aspect ratio, guys?
oh my
Are
god,
you
people are so
4:3?
Okay, going to be honest here. I thought I had it in Zoom. Like I thought I zoomed in the movie, or like I didn't properly play it, and then I tried to view it in full screen again. Oh, it's actually this.
I didn't even
So
mind
yeah,
it. I mean
I don't mind it. I was just expecting
After a few
16 by
minutes,
release the 16:9.
the long
I don't
long
think they
version,
shot
right?
it in a 16:9.
No, they
And this
did.
is
They did?
this is intended for
They
IMAX.
didn't.
I think this is
It
intended for IMAX.
Yeah.
no,
So that's why
they
it's 4 by
didn't
3.
No,
really shoot
no.
it for IMAX. It's a bit smaller for IMAX.
Okay. I read this. I read on this. I tried to research on this. But Zack
Okay.
Snyder, the reason why Zack Snyder chose a 4:3 because he wanted the movie to be presented in the Academy ratio or something close to it, which is
Yeah,
cinematic standard for the golden age of most of golden age movies in Hollywood,
yeah, something like
particularly
that.
in the 1950s. And it invokes he wants it to have like a uh, he wants to preserve the creative vision of of himself.
Mm. And
So
then I think with that aspect ratio, you see more like vertically.
yeah,
You get more like scenic or like heroic shots.
true, true, true. I mean, I don't mind having the widescreen format, the 16:9, but it wouldn't be really be a loss if it was a 4:3 as well. So
But well, yeah, it's
I
not
think
four by three. It's a bit different. It's a bit
almost
smaller than that.
almost like 4 by 3.
Yeah.
Sin City is the same, right? Sin City is shot at that aspect ratio. I remember.
Did people see that?
um Sin City, I'm not familiar with it, but
Okay, with
I
that,
mean
guys, we're
the
almost
configuration.
done. So, any last words to say to each other or to our audience regarding Zack Snyder's Justice League?
It's fine.
Or
It's better.
how about you rate it? You rate it out of 5. Could use
So
decimal.
so like for me, it would be 7 out of 5 Aquamans.
Ooh, so it's more than 5.
I don't know
Joms
how that rating works.
Well, I'm gonna rate it. If the lowest was
will
me,
be a 1. Lowest will be a 1 out of
low.
5.
I want to try to use Craig Ferguson's ratings, but I don't know. But yeah, okay. Honestly speaking, if it was a 1 to 5 ratio scale, I probably put it on a 4.2.
Oh, so it's the
Mm.
same.
So almost
Same with me.
perfect.
Same
Uh,
with me. 4.2.
4.2. I probably it'll probably be lower than Wonder Woman, which is a 4.8 for me.
Wow.
Yep.
If
Okay.
this is Endgame, I would rate it 5 out of 6 Captain America
Aquaman.
shields.
Okay.
What if it was Endgame? I'm gonna score it like 8 out of 5.
I
We're
gi-
not watching Endgame.
for Endgame, I give it. I give it a 4.8.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Not
So
much.
there's going to be a 6 hour release of Endgame, right?
Oh, really?
I saw
Really?
a meme. I'm not sure if it's true, but I got
I
Uh,
don't know.
told.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
this
watching that.
one. This one was produced by the Snyder's wife and him.
Mhm,
So this is outside the Warner Brothers studio, so they have no control to whatever he released, as long as he's going to show it not in theaters but in HBO Max. So I don't think nobody from Marvel is going to show the 6 hour cut.
mhm, mhm. Good job, Zack Snyder. Good job.
Good job,
Yeah.
good
Good
job, then.
job.
And to you guys, good job for being the guest of our show and for sharing your thoughts and sticking with us for the last 4 or 5 minutes. So, any last words before we go?
Go watch it. It's good. It's better.
Yep.
Worth it for your 4 hours? Okay. So, we'll see
Do
you in the
something
next.
else.
Yeah. Try to put breaks, like 15-minute breaks at every after part. It's a good watch actually. You know.
Watch it
Okay.
while doing something else.
Like you sweeping. So,
Yep.
we'll be here again next week, guys. We're going to be discussing, I think, King Kong, Godzilla versus King Kong.
Godzilla
That will be
versus
our next
Kong.
podcast.
Yep.
Okay. With
Go see
that,
that
it's going
when
to be.
that's out.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a wonderful
I think it's
review.
going to be out by Tuesday. Tuesday, I think.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
We are
HBO Max,
recording
I think.
this Saturday, March 27th.
Yep. Yep. Wait,
Okay.
when are we gonna
Thank
review
you, guys. Thank you
Falcon
for your
Falcon and
time.
Winter Soldier?
What?
Well, after we review WandaVision.
Oh yeah, we haven't. Okay, probably after the series, right?
Yeah, after the series. Usually
It's
after the
done like
series.
for 2 weeks already.
Yep. 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 I have to
Okay,
rewatch it.
let's end. We have to
Okay,
end this, guys. So it's gonna
watch
be
it.
a peace out for me.
Yep.
See you around.
Thank you
Peace
guys.
out.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Sorry.
What do you say? Sorry.
Cut.